Hey, how y'all doing out there, YouTube? This is your host, Jeffrey, and I'm coming to you guys with another concept today. Today's concept is sort of like as above, so below type of material. I really don't know how to classify this, but I was in a deep thought actually, and I was in a thought thinking about how no matter how far we look out, you know, it just takes a long time to find out what we would have seen if we looked within. There's a video called The Powers of 10 that displays what I'm talking about. And in this video, which you can YouTube, I actually posted right here. In that video, you can watch as they zoom out into space, and then they zoom back into the human body all the way down to the, the atom. And you can see the difference between, or the similarities between what's out there and what's within. And one day I was out playing with my dog. We was playing frisbee or whatnot, and it was a lot of clouds out this day, but the clouds looked like waves. They were, they looked like waves of an ocean. And so as I looked at this sky, I was like, wow. This reminds me of the ocean. And humanity came from the ocean, I don't know, it's like really hard to try to explain what I'm trying to explain, because as I'm trying to explain it to you, the concepts keep trying to morph into something different. But like, humanity, they say all life starts from water, and humanity came out of the water. All right, that's one scenario, and then you have the other scenario, man was created. It doesn't make a difference. That's not what this broadcast is about. This broadcast is about the fact that fish live in water, and the deeper you go into the ocean, there is no light. The sun cannot penetrate that far down into the ocean, so it's just pitch dark. And so the fishes down there, like the anglerfish, they produce their own light, artificial light. So and in this vast ocean of darkness, every now and then you might see a sparkle or a sprinkle, or like a star in the sky. Like when we look at it in space, we see stars that are no longer there. That's just a light that's reminiscence of that star when it was live. Some of them. And so that's the same thing deep in the ocean. I'm pretty sure they see these little anglerfish and think, wow, look at the stars, But so as you start rising higher into the ocean starts to lighten up a little bit, and then eventually as you come into the atmosphere of Earth, the sky starts to change the color. It starts to change like a bluish color. Sort of like as you come out of the ocean and you come higher, or you rise to the surface of the ocean tends to turn a bluish color, just like the sky. And the ocean also produces waves, and when the waves crash into the land, that's where you get that white residue from the wave. You get the white wave, right? White wave. That's a tongue full. But and I was like, so the same thing with space, as above so below. So as the deep space, or like the deep ocean, rises up to the blue atmosphere, and then it crashes into our atmosphere, it creates clouds. So the clouds are basically the same thing waves are, but they're in the sky. Right? Okay, so hopefully you guys are seeing the similarities here. So bringing that to you guys' attention, I started to have another concept form as I was talking, and I'm just going to share that with you while I'm on here, because my time is running short, and so I got to get this out. I was thinking about how we get here. First of all, every person, no matter if you are twin or sisters and brothers, you were eventually, or at one point in your life, you was the best of the best, because you beat all your brothers and sisters that were not able to make it to the egg before you. So all your brothers and sisters, you have to leave them behind. You know, you're like, hey, sorry, made it here first. You didn't make it. Sorry. You know, but anyway, you left them behind. You made it to the egg and you came here. So eventually, you know, at one point in your life, you was the best. And you still are the best. You just maybe lost sight of that. And because now, you know, you have millions of people, brothers and sisters, trying to compete to become the top. And then you got trillions of your brothers and sisters living on this planet, on this egg, you know, trying to compete. Okay. And I was thinking about, like, you know, okay, well, okay, since, you know, if you are egg, you know, a sperm trying to get to the egg, so that you can make it here, that's the same thing I was thinking about. I'm bringing this up because this is going to go into calcification of the pineal gland and the foods that they, you know, the system attempts to get us to eat, and the bioengineering, as they call it, but that puts aluminum and barium and things like that into the air. They say they're trying to bioengineer the atmosphere, but really the aluminum and all this stuff, you know, they don't tell us about this, they don't ask us about this, and they definitely in the hell don't pay us to spray us like crops, but they do it anyway. And these things take a toll on us, whether we know it or not. And to be the truth be told, we really don't know how much they know about what kind of toll it takes on us. But I was thinking, you know, so the pineal gland, or the third eye, or whatever you want to call this spiritual tool we have, it takes in photon light. As you can see, that sunshine is beaming on my forehead, and so my pineal gland is taking in photon light. All right, now because the calcification is so thick and so prevalent in the Western culture, the photons for most of us are not readily accepted. They're not readily absorbed by the pineal gland, because it has all this calcified film around it, like calcified water. If you ever, you know, boiled water before and it all dried, or you ever had an iron and you let water in there and then you get the little rings around it, that's the same type of thing that happens to your pineal gland. And they do this so that we cannot get the messages coming from the sunlight. And I was like, you know, these messages, these little photons are really small. I was thinking about this, really, really small. And so these photon lights to me are sort of like what sperm is. You know, the sun is the man, the earth is the woman, and the sun is shooting its rays, or its information, its sperm, okay, basically, into the egg or into earth to impregnate her seeds, her oranges, her apples, you know, her grass, her trees, and her fruits, which are us. Because, like I said, our pineal gland is especially sensitive to photon light. And because they calcify it, we cannot get impregnated and give birth to the messages that the sun is providing to the mother, or to the woman, the earth, the womb. Right? So, like I said, these are just concepts, and I'm just playing with it. But I'm gonna leave it alone for right now. I'll let y'all play with that. Maybe you can take it a little bit further. I could go a little bit further, but I'm just, like I said, I'm just gonna leave it alone for now. And until next time, ladies and gentlemen, this is Jeffrey coming out to you, stimulating thought, initiating the debate, and reaching out to you to help create a better way. And if anything I said in this broadcast has stimulated your thought or made you see something in a different way, maybe it gave you an aha moment, press the thumbs up. If it did not, press the thumbs down. It doesn't make a difference. I just want to make sure that you guys are interacting, and I don't know if I'm making a difference or not. So until you guys let me know that, we'll tune back in. Peace.